Bortles now on first down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
11.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Got some real estate inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
On first down, Bortles. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Andre Howe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Watson. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills, and that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender. While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Justin Watson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the line. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And now running right through it. Space to maneuver at the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Robert Ayers in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Lucy.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. And this one is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Richmond. Down. Blue 80.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
But they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
Richmond. Tiger.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And now out come the Jags. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
And 54, Ricky. Hank.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the carry there, a good run. And now 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Bortles to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't play with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. On 3rd down, it's Grant. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down? Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Black 22. Black 22.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Returnable here from the 38. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Bortles now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
372.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Finds his man, Watson over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Corey Grant, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Bailey now to kick this one away. Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And spins away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's his 14th interception on the season, and that number 14 ties the NFL single-season record.
Held by Dick Night Train Lane. Was that 1952?
52, more than a half-century ago.
And he's with the Rams that season, and believe it or not, it was his rookie year.
He's going to launch this thing way back, and this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Justin Watson with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken very short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive, we throw an interception. A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Richmond. Come back.
On 3rd down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Watson going deep for Hopkins. It's caught at the 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Bortles now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Bortles now to throw. It's caught by Moncrief. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, That's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He'll get it up the middle. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. They come out here in the eye. Oh, it's Grant. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick this one away. Now it's Ellington to return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Hey, 54, Ricky. Roll up.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. Down right around the 25. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And now out comes Houston. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Richmond. Hey, back 22. Back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now it's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. From the red zone now, Watson underneath for Miller. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They give it to him running left. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. A shotgun snap for Watson. Rolling to his... And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for... We resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Richmond. Set. Green, the line.
On first down, Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Calais Campbell in there to get him, And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. And he's going to go down again. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. To throw is Watson, going deep for Hopkins. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Show left. 77.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Bortles to the former Colt Moncrief for a Jaguar first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Show left.
Bortles now on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Corey Grant, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A very solid gain of 27. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw, Watson. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be brought brought down at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
To throw is Watson on 3rd down. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right, smash. 77. Check, check. Omaha. Check.
On 1st down, Bortles. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say,
oh, that is going to be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hank.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Spread left. So right.
Bortles going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. Man, it's caught inside the 10. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 47 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Corey Grant taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Jaguars continue to roll. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and the lead will swell by 1 more. now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, read the line! Read the line!
To throw on second is Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 3rd and long, it's Watson. Polo brings it in over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson on 1st down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well. And if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Come back, come back! Come back, come back!
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. And the pressure gets to him again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Looking long for Westbrook. And got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And Watson has it right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Green 80. Bunch right, bunch right, bunch right. So right, so right.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Buying time to his left. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now it's Ellington to return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Here's Watson. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Watson will bring up the Texans here in 10 at about the 32. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. On 1st down, it's Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pick up there, 26 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Bortles going to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Lucy.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Hey, green the line! Green the line!
After the interception, here's Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Come back!
A shotgun snap for Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fuller. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they drop their 7th game on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.